might be a bit difficult to see, but behind me you can see quite literally the ruins, the wreckage of the results of a ballistic missile sent from Iran that hit Bat Yam. I've been walking around here and I can tell you guys that the sights, the only word that I can use is sort of eerie, perhaps heartbreaking. I just bumped into a familiar face, but I don't actually know you.
Oh, you don't? Okay, Salukie.
No, I don't know you. No, I don't know you personally, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. So
yeah, I'm Salukie.
This is Salukie. Your name is Ido.
Yeah.
We're probably, if you guys looked at our YouTubes, we'd probably be very, very different people. But the cool thing about...
Oh, she knows, yeah.
No, but here's the thing. Like, I meet people from all different spectrums of life and opinions. It doesn't matter to me because I believe that we're human, right? Mm-hmm. And I also believe in commonalities, and that commonalities are important. And so we just happen to bump into each other here in Bat Yam and see really strange sights.
Yeah.
But if you guys can imagine, basically, if I turn you guys around, this whole block, people aren't living here anymore. They've all been evacuated. I don't even know how many. I'm not used to being in places that are complete wreckages in this way.
I've spent a lot of time this year in the northern West Bank, Jenin and Tulkarem specifically, Nur Shams refugee camp and Tulkarem refugee camp. And this is nothing compared to it. It looks completely like Gaza. But nobody wants to see destruction or civilians dying anywhere. But am I surprised? No, I'm not. I'm used to it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very, complex when you see destruction, whether it's in Gaza, whether it's in Tulkarem, whether it's here.
If you're a Jew hater and you're celebrating Iran attacking civilians and you want them to die, then just remember that 20% of the population here is Palestinian too. And the city of Tamra in the Haifa district has been
over there
bombed too, and 4 Palestinian women were killed over there.
That's true, yeah. I think they were probably an Arab Christian.
There were, yeah. An Arab Christian over there.
Yeah, guys, it's just sad all over. I mean, to walk this place and to know just how much destruction can be caused just from one missile. Just from one. It's this whole neighborhood is just sort of shut down, and it's very slightly eerie and a bit chaotic. Yeah. I just came back from Tel Aviv where the other missile fell. And you can feel the chaos. People are trying to find where to live, who to stay with. Everyone's shops are completely destroyed. So guys, there's also at the entrance of every building, because they don't want press to come in and they also don't want people to loot. So you can see we're stepping on glass over here. They put security at the entrance, but also there's a lot of volunteers here, people that they just know that people need help. All of their belongings and everything are scattered within their houses, and it's just not very pleasant. And so, that's the really beautiful side of, these cases, that people actually, they come and they help from their own free will. It's very beautiful. I'm going to show you guys just a little bit of the impact. This is, 1 or 2 streets over, and everything is sort of blown out. As you can see, there's debris all over, and I don't want to invade their privacy, to go into houses not my own, but I will show you guys to this place. It has all been blown out, and maybe I'll take you guys upstairs. Just need to be careful from the glass here, but that building over there, that tall one, is sort of where the main impact happened. The buildings around are literally destroyed, quite literally destroyed, and you can see the effects of it, all over. I'm going to be careful as I walk down the stairs here. I want you guys to imagine, if this was Wow. Let me show you guys what's up here. You can see, this is actually quite a bit dangerous because I can literally see through that. Things have been, exposed, and probably, if I can go up here and see. So as you guys can see, there's just I'm not wanting to invade their privacy. You can see this from the barricades that they put up with the security, and I want to zoom in so that you guys can see a lot of the damage that actually happened. A lot of people were actually caught under that wreckage right over there, and it took a long time for the search and rescue to get them out of that building. He actually told me that he actually never runs to the bomb shelter when there's sirens. Tell me a bit about that.
Okay, this is gonna sound pretty weird, fucked up, but can I curse? I don't know. First of all, come at me, bro. Come at me around, take me out of my misery. Second thing, it's just very unlikely that it's gonna strike you. I believe in numbers, and the chances that a car is gonna run you over when you're crossing the road in Tel Aviv, or you're in one of those electric scooters, are way higher. So what, are you not gonna cross the road? I know people are gonna say then minimize the risk of you getting injured or something, but no, I don't want to. I enjoy it, I enjoy a bit of adrenaline. And yeah, I plan to not enter a shelter this whole war unless I'm looking for a place to crash. I did that in the Israel-Lebanon war in Kiryat Shmona. Also, I've done enough psychedelics to not be afraid of death. If you're afraid of death, you have death anxiety, I prescribe you 6 grams of psilocybin.
Really?
Good luck, yeah. It's an ego death. You heard of that?
An ego death?
Yeah. It's that's another topic, but yeah.
I don't have an ego. No, I'm kidding.
What did you say?
That's the most egotistical thing to say. I don't have an ego.
Yeah.
I've never done drugs. Like, not
That's
even
a
like,
shame.
really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel like, I'm happy, I think, so I don't feel like I'm
also
missing
happy.
out. Okay, so you said that you live in Ramallah, true?
Yeah, you asked where I live.
Yeah.
I respond.
Okay, my curiosity is actually first, how much do you pay for rent?
900 shekels.
Oh my gosh.
100 more for electricity.
Guys, I feel heartbroken just from hearing. I mean, if you guys live in Israel or you visited for a while and you rented a place, you know how expensive it is. Wait, let me get on the other side of you because of my hand.
I am with roommates. I mean, you could find a deal like that in Haifa or something.
Okay, fair enough. I thought you were living
maybe
alone.
a bit more like, no, it's not as cheap as you think, really.
Because I'd expect that most of the things there are cheaper than on this side. No?
Not that much
Like in
cheaper.
general?
Not that much cheaper, especially in Ramallah,
Because Ramallah is like big city, it's like the popular place to
It's
live.
like the de facto capital.
Gotcha.
The de facto capital. People from all over the West Bank come to live in Ramallah, for opportunities and stuff. There's high tech there too.
Yeah. There's that new mall that they built, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But who cares about the mall?
I don't know, it's what I saw on the news. The mall.
Yeah.
Shopping.
I made a video about it.
But what's for sure, just say if you are in Jerusalem and you go to Shar Shechem and you buy from there, it'll be cheaper, just don't get ripped off. But then if you buy from Machane Yehuda, the prices are not the same. So,
yeah, no, it is a bit cheaper. I would say Ramallah prices are similar to East Jerusalem prices,
Okay. So how does it feel like to actually live there? Like, do you feel accepted? Do you hide your identity? Or, because you have enough Arabic to like, we already crossed. Run for our lives. How do you feel there, like on a social level?
Like, do I have friends and stuff?
Like, how does it feel? Like, do they know that you're a Jew?
Everybody knows me here or there, so I can't hide it if I wanted to. I've had negative interactions with both Israelis and Palestinians about my content, and I would say it's been like the same amount of negative interactions, same kind of level.
This is why, okay, so for me as a reporter, I'm a seeker of, the truth, and I want to talk to people about what they feel, all the things. And I think it's so important to talk to people, especially if they're different from you, right? Like if you and I sat now and had a conversation, we'd find a lot of similar things and we'd find a lot of different things that we're not the same in. But I think where the grace is for the in-between. Like, can we actually sit down and have a conversation?
I don't really care like what the other person thinks, you know?
Why?
Because people, you're making asbara because that's what you were predisposed to, you know? That's, you grew up being Jewish, Israeli, and you kind of believe what they say. And the same thing is like with the Palestinians, my friends in the West Bank, you know?
So you believe everyone is predisposed?
I believe that it's very hard to break through the mental prison of the indoctrination that you've grown up with, yeah. So I can't judge someone if they're like, if they support Hamas, which many of my friends in the West Bank do actually. I feel like most people do over there. And neither can I say anything to you about, I don't know, supporting the ethnic cleansing of the northern West Bank.
So this is what you believe, right?
What?
Like that's, like what you just said is what you believe.
What? What did I say?
That there's ethnic cleansing and stuff.
It's
so
not
like,
what I believe, it's based in fact, I mean.
So I believe differently, you know? So, but here's the thing, usually when it comes to this point, people will turn off the camera. That'll be it. Like there won't be any more conversation. They won't be friends anymore.
But what?
And I'm so for like, okay, you believe this, I believe that. Let's continue to talk. Let's continue to be friends. Like not everything has to end in that. My sort of approach in life is to love everyone, right? So like whether they love me or not, to love my enemies, maybe a bit unorthodox of a view. And so I try to meet people where they are. That's sort of my approach. And I sort of look at it more simple, you know, like I personally believe in God. And so I ask God in what way he loves that person. And I try to love the same. So I try to simplify things because I think in my human nature, I fail in that a lot, you know, to love people. And it's something that's very important for me to do.
Yeah.
So, you know, everyone has their different walk. This happens to be mine. Guys, we've done a full circle, come around the block, and it still feels, every time you see it, just feels very unpleasant, of course. Hi vlog. We are in quite a different setting right now. As you can see, I am in a tent in a parking lot next to many other tents. It's very strange. The reason for that is that Israel and Iran are at war. And we've been at war for 9 days. But I want to make it clear, I'm not here because I don't have a place to stay. I'm reporting for All Israel News. And I'm reporting to you guys basically from, I'm calling it Tent City for lack of better words, but basically they opened the Dizengoff Center's -4 level parking lot in Tel Aviv, in the center of Tel Aviv. And they're opening it up for people that don't have a bomb shelter nearby or their houses have been, you know, ruined from the missiles. And so they've opened this place up to the community and their dogs, as you can hear. And we're going to walk around, and I'm going to give you guys the feel of how it is to be here. So as you walk, you can see people with their dogs. Some of them have brought inflatable mattresses. Some of them, of course, have their pets with them to keep them safe. And they have set up these tents for people to, I don't want to call it enjoy because it's not so enjoyable, but for their service. So, you know, some of them are empty because the people are not here yet, but sometimes they will sort of put like a sticker on it that says like it's reserved. So like shamul means reserved. And some of them, you know, they just keep their belongings there and they walk around. Some people are just chilling in their tents because quite literally they don't have anywhere to go back to. You can see everywhere you go, people are just sort of minding their own business. They do have Wi-Fi here. And if I take you guys, you know, around, there are some more even quieter places, you know, around here. I want to show you guys also something maybe a bit sad so that we don't forget that while we are still in this war. So you can see a lady with a wheelchair, her caretaker and the dog. But you can see here a tent that reminds us that even though we are still, like we are in a war with Iran. We are also in a war with Hamas. And you can see these are Inbar Hayman and Sar Baruch that are both already deceased. Their bodies are still there. So they're calling there to be, still a return of the hostages. As we continue, you can see that, people are inside of their tents. Perhaps they want some peace and quiet from their day. A lot of them also put the number of days for the hostages, that the hostages are still there. You can see the 524. In a sense, I sort of feel uncomfortable filming because it feels very odd. Some people sleep like that out in the open. Perhaps it's even, better because there's not a lot of ventilation. But it's cooler when you're not inside one of those. Inside one of the tents. So you can see some people sleep outside in the open. The place is more filled with people. Before that, I think people were trying to, go about probably also not just, their day, because our days now are not typical, but they were probably trying to also find, a way to, like, if their house has been, bombed or something of the sort, there's a lot of errands that have to do with that. And so they spend their day trying to figure out bureaucracies and reporting on, their situation and things like that. So it's quite exhausting for a lot of people here. Some people are in good spirits. I can feel that some people are exhausted, but for the most part, it's sort of people are just wanting to get away from the rockets above. You can see that they've put up signs that help people understand where they can eat, places specifically for dogs, the bathroom for kids. And over here, I don't want to film so much because there are children, there's a place where you can sit and you can eat, or just a place for recreation. Here you can see, people take their food and they'll come and they'll sit here with chairs. They make it, as pleasant as they can. And I want to show you guys, without filming the little children here. This is a place for children. They bring these board games. I'll show you guys the board games over here. And without filming the little girl, I will show you guys that there's, books on the side. They also are just offering wonderful things for the public, shiatsu, for people. I'm not going to film there because it's sort of private, but they're offering shiatsu because people are very, very stressed and they need that sort of, help. You can see the city sort of goes on and on. I'm calling it a city because it literally just sort of feels like that. The wonderful thing about this is that they say that everyone is welcome. I want to show you guys this sign. Actually, that's really cute. They're watching a film together. I don't know what film that is, but that's actually a very, very cute date idea. I'm going to translate this for you guys. It says here that this bomb shelter is for everyone. It belongs to everyone. Jews, Arabs, refugees, men, women, dogs, cats, sweethearts and amazing people. Everyone is welcomed. So you can see they're really providing, not just the tents, but also they're providing food. So you can see that they cater to the specific type of citizens that are here in Tel Aviv. A lot of them are vegetarians. So you have vegetarian, sandwiches, and you also have meat sandwiches. It feels strange. I've been here for, reporting, also bringing you guys along, and I've become sort of lost for words. Let's start with this, okay? The Jewish people are extremely resilient, extremely resilient. They have been here for days, and everywhere that they go, there's sirens and their houses are bombed, and as a community, we come together because we value life, and that is something that our enemies do not have. Their governments do not value their people's lives. They put them in danger. And I can feel it here in the spirits of the people that even though everyone is exhausted, even though somewhat their heart is broken, they still make the best out of every situation possible. We always rise up and we always thrive. And, just going through the last, 9-10 days, it's been very intense, whether you're from, the Jerusalem area, such as I am, or whether you're a Tel Avivian suddenly finding yourself, in a tent, it is a very strange, situation that you didn't think that you would find yourself in. We've had this imminent threat from Iran for a very long time, and quite literally for decades they have come against us. In recent, the year and a half, especially through their proxies, through Yemen, through Hamas, through Hezbollah. And so we are in the fight for this freedom of ours. So I just want to say thank you guys for being part of this fight. I can't imagine, I'm going to go, back now to Jerusalem at some point and sleep in my very own bed and have a bomb shelter just one floor beneath me that I can actually run to. The people here will be sleeping in tents tonight. As are a lot of Tel Avivians, as are a lot of the citizens of Israel today. And I'm asking you guys to keep them in prayer. Keep them in prayer, because it's not easy. This, transitory sort of feeling of I don't know when I'm going to even go back to my home. Do I even have a home to go back to? The money, the resources, the energy, the emotional toll it takes on people. It's quite a lot. But even so, we are a strong nation. And a lot thanks to your prayers and support. So that's it. I wanted to just bring you guys along to feel what it would feel like with me. I'm feeling it with you guys. Whew. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you're not new here, welcome back. I just want to say that I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in a vlog very soon.